first step forward for Utopian Global. Income producing assets we're standing on, and more to come, Bill.
Yeah, it's a game changer, Keith. I mean, the thing is, it's low risk because we have a history. I mean, this has been here since probably the 1940s or 50s. I think Pete, the geologist you've been speaking to, was telling us this shaft is travelling down about 2,000 feet. It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he was also saying that in this region there's nearly 100 wells, 24/7 ticking over, and every month there's over 800 plus royalties that have to go out to generational wealth from heirs of the original founders of the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and of course multiple generations. This is really generational wealth. The great thing is, back then I had to invest in 2004 a seven-figure amount. The beautiful part about Utopian Global, you can stake your ownership in this cash flow with a very little amount. You get access to be involved in this industry and get residual income by being engaged with Utopian Global. So we're really excited about this, to make this available for all people all over the world.
No, thanks for having me. It's always exciting, and yeah, I mean, I can feel the passion, and we've always had this connection over, this business ever since we've met, and I think it's just fortuitous how things have aligned over the last 12 to 18 months, and where we're at now as compared to when we initially came up with this concept. So thanks for having me on. It's always exciting, and what we're building here is truly groundbreaking in a lot of ways. But in a lot of ways, it's going back to what you were talking about. These are foundational needs-based assets, right? This is driven by pure, supply and demand and global economics. So what we're building here is not, is not a blue sky investment. Although, we are looking at some sort of safer near-term results, but also looking for high growth as well. So not only is STORH an energy resource company, it's also a mineral resource company as well. And one of the projects that I think fits perfectly in that niche it kind of plays into our entire purpose, right? Which is around the environment and thinking and forward thinking, is applying technology towards old problems, and not only build a business around that with high growth and high return potentials, but also, again, thinking about the environment and the people and the impact that we have in people's lives in those particular areas. And I think if you were to ask anybody who lived around Cerro de Pasco, they could tell you a pretty terrible story about the past that place has seen in terms of what big companies have gone in and done. And we've got a way to go in and not only remediate and create that land reclamation, which is highly necessary to reduce the amount of pollution and things in the freshwater, but also build a business and high return and high growth that is obviously, backing our token. So how do we go from our token value today to where we want to be, which is around €4 per token when we list on the exchange 12 months from now? So this is just kind of a very simple representation of that. But I think by the time we complete our funding rounds, the valuation of the company should be well over 100 million, and we'll receive our dollar per token estimated valuation. Post completion of that, we're going to go into a full public global offering, kind of like a traditional ICO, but obviously this is equity or security backed, to get more global adoption and exposure before we go and then list on a public exchange. And that'll give everyone the opportunity to not only, everyone understands that we're going to be sending out dividends, and that's one way to receive a return on your investment, but also be able to monetize a portion or all of or none of your tokens on a publicly open exchange.